Hi, we're almost at the end of our 2 weeks of hand tool workshops for November 2017. It's our Purple Heart project, and I'm here with Mike. Mike, where are you from?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama. I've been there. Give me a little bit of your military background, if you would.
Sure. Joined the Marines 2001, just prior to September 11th. Served 4 years, just a hair over. Deployed twice to Iraq, originally for the initial invasion, or whatever you want to call it, and then went back in 2004 and 2005. Thankfully, was not physically injured, but my wife brought to my attention that I had developed some issues after getting back, and I wasn't getting back into society or getting back in the way I used to be very easily or very well. And so she pushed me to go talk to the VA and get some help, and that was probably about 5 years ago, 6 years ago that I finally went to see the VA, and doing a lot better now.
Yeah?
So.
Good. You came into this program, I don't know how much you knew or how much you were expecting, but 5 days later, where are we?
I'm amazed, honestly.
Yeah?
And not just a stroke ego, but I've always made things, but not with any precision, not with any, craftsmanship, I guess is a good way to put it. And dovetails seem something so, unattainable for me or unachievable. And I'm still working on it. But had no idea how to use a hand plane. I have ones that I wanted to use, but I didn't know what to do with them. I didn't know how to sharpen my tools properly. Didn't even know how to chisel properly, apparently. And so for me to come in 5 days to now be confident I can set up a new plane, a new hand plane, that I can sharpen it and keep it sharp, functioning properly, sharpen a chisel and keep it, working properly. And the confidence that I didn't know I had to be so precise with sawing and matching up joints. I'm extremely impressed with what you're able to do in 5 days.
What's that shirt all about?
So there's a Facebook group, mostly Texas, southeast guys, and they get together at the woodworking shows in Atlanta. They do little meetups about once a month at different guys' shops, and basically just keep each other motivated, keep each other inspired to make new things. We do little build-offs contests, with each other. I haven't entered any yet, but I'm going to now. Like I said, I built up the confidence. I think I can compete some. But it's just, community is really important.
Yeah.
And when I got out, almost 8 years, I worked but I didn't go to parties. I didn't go, and I still don't really. But I had no community. Went to work and went home, and so woodworking and making in general has luckily brought me back into some form of community, and it's a bond. You instantly can have it. It's almost like other military guys. Same thing. You have a common interest, and you can bond over it. And so that's a big thing I didn't expect this week.
Yeah.
That I don't do counseling and that kind of stuff. Most guys don't. We don't like it. Just as men in general, and especially military guys, military people. But it's nice to have, be interpersonal relationships again. It's nice. So.
I want you to talk directly to the camera for a minute.
Sure.
I want you to speak to the guys that you know, or maybe you don't know them, but they're out there.
Right.
They need this. It can help. Convince them to at least get a hold of us and give us a chance to offer this to them.
Okay. So if you're watching, listening, I'm a prime example. I don't do social stuff. I don't do group activities, etc. And spend a lot of time doing things on my own, and so my mind races. If you're dealing with PTSD, you know what I'm talking about. And this, especially hand tools, woodworking is. You're so focused and you're so intent on what you're doing that it really calms you, and it calms me and slows my thoughts down, slows my mind down. So even if you have if you feel like you have no abilities, you don't know enough, I can guarantee in 5 days you'll leave with a lot of new skills. So reach out to Rob and to Luther and just at least the first step, reach out and get some more information. It'll do you good one way or the other. Whether you really want to do woodworking, or you just really want to find a new hobby, a new passion.
Thanks, Mike.
Hey,
Appreciate your service, and I'm glad you were here.
thank you very much.
Wonderful.
I will never be able to repay you.
You don't have to. You already did. This is just a little thank you for you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Mike.
Sure.